In this short video, I'm going to show you how to create an in-context feature that will propagate down to a piece part that is in an assembly. In this example, what I have here is I have a sheet metal bracket and I have this sub-assembly that has 4 studs. What the customers asked me to do is create the same spacing cutouts on that sheet metal bracket linked to these 4 studs. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put that sheet metal bracket into my assembly. So I've already placed it in here and I haven't made it accordingly. And what you'll notice is these 4 studs are coming up through the sheet metal bracket. In the sheet metal bracket there should be 4 holes that correspond to the spacing of these studs. To go ahead and achieve that, what we're going to do is create an assembly feature called an assembly extrude cut. You'll find this underneath the assembly tab, assembly features, and you'll see multiple features in here. The one that I'm going to use today is called extruded cut. We'll fire that up and then it's going to ask a place to draw our profile to cut. I'm going to choose the top of my sheet metal part and I'm simply going to draw 4 circles around these studs that are sticking up. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and add a relationship between these 4 circles, making them all equal to each other. And we'll go ahead and also add a dimension. So we'll say these are 0.375 inches. Once we're done, we'll go ahead and hit in the confirmation corner, OK, and the extrude cut will start. I'm going to say through all, and this is where the new options will kick in. Right here where it says selected components, I only want to cut this sheet metal bracket. So I'm going to uncheck mark auto select and choose the bracket. Then I also want that feature to propagate down to the part. So I'm going to check mark propagate feature to part and I'll hit our green check mark. What you'll notice now is when I open this part up, it'll have 4 holes that correspond to the holes from the studs. And over here you'll see this little symbol letting you know that these holes are being driven by this assembly feature. When you're done creating this, if you would like to break that link, what you can do is right click on this guy and choose make independent. This will then make these 4 holes static, where then we can go back and smart dimension them. In my example, I'm going to leave them linked. So if down the line I wanted to change the spacing of those 4 holes, I could simply modify that original dimension. Maybe instead of 10 I'll make them 8. Now when I hit rebuild, my studs move along with the holes in the sheet metal bracket. To move them back, I can simply modify that dimension back to the 10, and when we give it a rebuild, we'll see the holes move along with the studs, along with the holes in our sheet metal part, making sure that the holes always line up with their corresponding studs.